episode of Sisterly Saga. Today we're going to be talking about what's your number? What's your number? Tell me what's your number. What's your number? Tell me what's your number. Stay tuned.
Alright, y'all, welcome back. So I guess we'll start off this episode by saying how soon is too soon to
Hump and dump.
hump and dump.
Not hump and dump, just
Let's
hump.
hump and scrump. Like me and Ashley were talking about, like, girls get criticized more than men.
You get judged if you have a higher number.
Yeah, like...
And what we mean by number, we mean how many people you slept with.
Right.
So when we say what's your number, it's how many people do you have on your sexual roster.
Right, that part.
And I think it's a double standard.
It is a double standard, like...
Because females get judged
all the time.
for having a number that's nowhere near a number that guys be having.
So I feel like if a guy were to go out, meet a girl, they link up, they have sex, it's, oh, that's my bro, good job. But a girl is like, oh my God, you're such a hoe, like, why would you do that?
Right.
Where's your standards? Why you do that?
Right.
Like,
I think it is being, not, I don't want to say normalized, but I think it is being more normalized for females just to be like,
F it.
like, I'm free, leave me alone.
Right.
I'm safe, what a problem?
I don't even know how this even happened, like, where this stereotype even happened, like, why is it such a problem for girls to not, you something
But that's the same thing. If a man has a daughter and has a son, and he's giving his son condoms, and his son's younger than the daughter, but
right.
then the daughter, like, it's never on the same playing field.
You're a hoe. Oh, you sleeping with girls.
You shame the family.
You shame the family. You got no standards. Like, you should wait. So for me, like, there was a 90-day rule. There was a wait till you get married rule. I feel like, honestly, if the chemistry is there, y'all both in the same realm as far as, like, energy, y'all both in agreement, and y'all play it safe, then what's the problem?
Have you had a one-night stand?
No, I've never had a one-night stand before. I never met somebody and humped that night.
I have.
I know that. Ashley. Oh my God, sister.
And I don't even remember his name.
What? That makes me worse.
You know how I give everyone a nickname?
Yeah.
His nickname was Red Light.
Met him at a red light? Met him at a red light? What's up with you? Okay, y'all, backtrack. So, Ashley always meet these guys at stop signs. Like, I swear.
I usually don't talk to them, though. They weren't talking. It was just me and... and it was him.
Mm-hmm.
He met her at the red light. And then... that night we all linked up and he had a friend and they like brought, I was in college, they brought like all this food. We had like seafood,
bringing snacks, and I know
and I had no intentions, but we also
I think we all start off with no intentions, but if, like I said, if the chemistry is there and y'all make a grown, first of all, we're all adults here, so you know you want to do this or not. Let's set this thing popping.
I definitely don't. Did we do it, or was it just going downtown?
I feel like now you're talking about it, I think I remember. So I think you actually did something.
I think I did do something with him. I think we did have sex.
So I've never experienced that before. I want to say kudos to you.
And I didn't even have his number.
Like, how was it?
It wasn't memorable because I don't remember it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I never had his number. I didn't. Like, we were there for like hours. This makes me sound like a bad person, but I don't give a shit. We were there for like hours. We were hanging out, like watching TV. And then I wanted to go back. This is before I had a car.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to go back. Like, I was ready to go. But she wasn't. I can't remember her car. I don't remember the situation. But I, like, couldn't leave. I didn't have anywhere
to go.
The people I were calling weren't answering the phone. So I had to stay. So I'm like, well, I'm going to sleep on the sofa. And then, yeah.
That happened. And and I guess y'all listening, oh my God, Ashley. No, like, if it happened, it happened. She was an adult about it. They made a decision, an executive decision together. Yeah. It's not like it wasn't like one person and then the other person was like, no. If y'all both come to an agreement and say, let's just make this thing happen, Captain, then what a problem.
But I also had a habit. Okay, so there's like 3 people that I've had sex with more than once. But before, like, not even one night stands. But I only like humped like most of the people on my list. I've only had sex with them one time.
Yeah, I rotate my penis.
Not even one night stands. It was just like, oh, the first time we did it, oh, I don't want to do it anymore.
So you don't have rotated penis.
So I think I have 4 people that I've had sex with on more than one occasion.
Is that a bad thing? Like, was it just not? I don't want to do it anymore. This is whack attack.
You just didn't want it.
You just didn't want it anymore.
I don't want it.
You just didn't want it.
No.
Well, for me personally, I have rotating. Not at the same time, of course, but I have like rotating tire.
Melanie spins the wheel. Who is this one?
No, I have people that I'm comfortable with. If it were to happen, and there's an agreement, and we just link up. That's happened recently. However, if it were to.
So do you remember everyone you've had sex with?
I do. So, okay, so if anybody did this, by this to be, I kept a track. I write everything down. I just write everything down, and you can get in trouble that way because it could be out and somebody can find it. I don't give a poop. It's there. But I have a list of who I slept with.
I don't have a list, but I can remember everyone.
I keep a track. And I also name them in order on
what?
If I would do it again.
Oh, you rank them.
I do rank them.
She ranked them.
I rank them. I write it down just to keep track of myself and to know if anything were to happen, who it would be.
So do you?
I'm not somebody
do you
out.
have the number you don't? You're like not trying to go over because you remember that movie? You probably haven't seen it, but it's something to the effect of like your number, and it's basically about a girl who is. I think like all her friends are getting married or something, and she's like at number 9, and she doesn't want to go past 10, but she wants to get married. So it's like the whole movie is about her friends helping her track down her list, so she doesn't go past 10.
I have to watch the movie now, but no, I don't have a certain number. I think if you put too much pressure on how many people you slept with, you get depressed. Meaning, I have a list of who I slept with. But I don't have a maximum number because I know I'm not going to be right. I'm not going to be out here honing these streets, but I know it's not going to be like, oh my god, I need to try to get a number. However, I started out late. I was 19 when I lost my virginity, so I think everybody had like a whole phase or a whole fest. Yeah, I think everybody's college days was their party. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Go.
Oh yeah. I think everybody had one of those moments. Was college days. I think mine was my college.
I don't know. I don't remember my number anymore. Like I used to like keep it back here, but I
think I have a list somewhere. I can't go off the top of my head, but if I were to like think about it like right now, write it down, I think I will remember who they are.
I think I'm gonna try to write it down.
Okay. Is that a challenge? I challenge you all to write your list and see how many.
I want to write it down like now. And like take a break and come back and tell me when. Because I really don't know.
You want to do it?
Yeah, where's my phone? Okay.
Alright, so it says Ashley wants to get a tally.
Because I don't know.
Tally ever dilly dally. We'll take a little break.
I know I miss people, so we're going to do this +3. Okay, you can go. Alright.
So welcome back. After Ashley tallied up her peoples.
I don't remember everyone, so I'm going to add like 3 or 4 to this list.
That you haven't or had?
That I have.
Okay.
I'm not going to subtract, I'm going to add, because I'm pretty sure there's people I don't remember.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 4.
Okay, and that's not bad because you're almost 30.
Maybe +5.
Okay.
So like, let's just round and say 15.
You look so confused.
Because I'm really looking at it and I'm like, we wrote down a list like years ago.
You did. And together. Me and Ashley did this together. Like we're so tight that we tell each other almost everything all the time. So we wrote down a list of how many people we had sex with just to see.
Even the guy I was dating then, like I was like, you know yours, and he like did his list too.
Yeah, so I don't think it's weird. I think it's weird when somebody asks you how many people you had sex with. Like, that's the weirdest thing anybody could ever ask me. Like if I'm meeting you for the first time,
why would it be one of the first things they ask you?
So how many people you had sex with? Like, why does that matter to you? Like, why does that? I want to make sure that you ain't no hoe. Well, you'll find out when you date.
Would you tell the person you're dating your number?
I have before.
I have too, and it's never been a problem.
If it was a problem, they didn't show it. I mean,
I don't think it's a problem. And do you care about their number?
No, I don't care to even ask them that question. Why does it matter?
If it comes up,
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either. Well, as long as you clean. Brushing on 300 or something.
Yeah, bro, that's too much.
You a little nasty, little ping pong going in ding dong. Yeah.
Okay, well, I will hope
ding dongs in the ping
if anybody's like, I think I don't want to know because number one, I thought that's personal. Number two,
what if they just are like open to tell you?
Number two, they can tell me all they want, but I will be the one to say, hey,
by the way, I don't
question.
care. I'm not gonna ask.
Question for you. It's run a question time. Let me find out. I don't care.
The only reason why I would tell someone that I'm dating of who I slept with, if we're somewhere and that person is there, you need to know before they see us. So I'm gonna tell you right quick.
Right.
Or if
that's out of respect.
Right. Or if like somebody I'm still cool with and they're about to come around, I need to tell you, so you need to make sure you're okay
I think
with
it makes people uncomfortable. Say for example that you and this person still had sex. Well, y'all had sex a while ago and y'all are still cool and you're around them. Like you said, it's good to tell that person.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you before because I would want you to tell me before I leave.
Right. Just so I don't know what kind of.
Just so they don't have one up on me. That's why I want to know. But you don't know anything I don't know. Okay? Oh yeah, he told me. He might have told me 2 minutes ago when he saw you pulling at Target.
But he told me.
Hello, my name is Ashley.
Nice to meet
you. Yeah. So because I feel that way, I want to tell him just in case he feels that way too. So if I see him pulling up, I'm like, okay, so just so you know, when I was in college, me and him did it. His name is such and such. And they'd be like, hey, yo, what's up?
Right.
But I don't like speaking to people when I go out.
You wouldn't, unless you speak to me first. Well, me, I personally, outside of anybody, I would like, hey, yo, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, hey yo, unless I don't want to see you, I will put my head down on purpose and like turn the corner real fast.
I will go the other way because it's like a pointless conversation.
I just we gotta talk. I'll speak. I'll give you a little fist bump, a little elbow knock.
Like I don't care. Oh, we're gonna link up. No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're not. First of all, we're not linking up.
First of all,
there's nothing to talk about
on Facebook
anymore. Like, don't try to friend me after you see me because I'm not gonna accept it.
So, how long do you think is the waiting period?
The longest I've waited personally.
Oh, I waited a while.
The longest I've waited has. With my first boyfriend, that's the longest I waited. It was like a year and a half. Almost. Yeah, it was like a year and a half. That's the longest. Now, the shortest I waited was 2 weeks.
Mine was a night.
Mine was that day.
I think the longest, though, was maybe 8 months.
Yeah, I think I think everyone's first longest time could have possibly been like y'all was dating for a minute, like y'all first time together. Oh, okay. Never mind then. That's how long mine was. Like, I wasn't ready. I was still in high school. I went about that life. I wanted to graduate and get my life together. No, and then I decided to clump it down.
Do you think there's a time frame that people should go by?
Nope.
I don't either. I think if the connection's there, everyone's consenting to dogs, then hump and dump it.
And don't feel bad if I don't hump again afterwards. At least you'll know. Like, I think it's so stereotyped, like us growing up as Christians in the church, and wait till you're married, blah blah blah. Those are Old Testament times. Not saying that the Bible's wrong. It's not talking about religion right now. However, I have my belief on certain stuff. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and wait wait for nothing. Like, of course we have sex, and I'm like, I wish I would never did it, or dang, that was whack, or I regret it. But I'm not going to sit here and like say for example, okay, we chilling. I'm with you for a minute. We humped before. If I want to see you hump again at night, I'm going to do it. Because I want to. It all depends on what I want to do.
Do you have someone you can text right now and be like,
hell yeah.
Emoji,
hell yeah.
And they will come over?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Without a question. Because we have that kind of, that's the kind of vibe we on. You're weak right now, but you know who they are. It's not just one. It's many. But I choose who I choose. And I choose no one at this moment.
I'm thinking. I mean, like, I'm a Pitman, so.
Oh, yo.
They always come back.
So, there's this thing in our family. Okay, we're all considered Pitmans. That's
Our grandma's married name.
Pitmans. We're Pitman strong. So, everybody that my aunts have dated have always or are still in the picture as either friends or I still want to come inside the house. So every time that me and Ashley have someone that we have sex with and they always come back, we'll be like, oh, that's that Pitman. And we keep each other proud.
Pitman strong.
Pitman strong. They always come back. I don't care if it's years. I don't care if it's months, days, or hours. They always come back.
I've never had hours. I mean,
you know what I mean? Just today. Last night I got a random message.
Y'all, Melanie is hot on this thing. Melanie is brand new. She's putting out positive vibes, happy vibes, and people
are feeling
can
it.
Sense it on Instagram.
They can sense it,
and she is getting all the homes.
I think guys sense when you're single. Like, you know how people can sense you when you're not single.
No, mine is the opposite. I used to get more attention being in a relationship than being single.
Not me. Well, I guess my friends are not saying that yours aren't respectful, but if there is a connection, they won't tell me out of respect, out of my relationship that I have going.
Okay, that makes
sense.
So
if it was, I wouldn't have known.
Random people though.
Oh no. I don't. No. Like, nobody's in my inbox saying, "Oh, yo, Mel, can you get a piece of that?" Well, I'm married, but I'm with somebody. Like,
strangers to me, yes.
Strangers are always in your inbox. That's really weird. Like sugar daddies and old white men.
I get so many of those.
Come holler at me, call me tonight. I'll give you a
like
allowance.
Traffic lights.
A traffic light.
Like yesterday.
I can meet your husband at a traffic sign.
I'm not, because I don't talk to them.
It's gonna happen. And
yesterday,
I'll be right there waiting.
I was at a traffic light, leaving the gym, sweaty Betty. And I was ready to turn left, and this man's trying to turn right, and you feel people looking at you. Face. So I felt it, but I'm like, I gotta take a shower. I stink. So I am not trying to turn around. I don't even want to know.
I have things to do.
I don't even care if you need directions at this point. Find it, GPS. So then MapQuest. Then he honks his horn like 4 times. So I look over, and he blew me a kiss. And I'm just like,
did you catch it? Put in your pocket for later?
No. I was just like, okay. And I'm like, I was on the phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, this man just blew me a kiss. I feel so uncomfortable.
I don't think that is not out of. Or have you ever somebody follow you home? So it happened to me. I was in a car, not all the time, but Ashley gets it all the time. Somebody was like following me, so I make random turns and they smiling and waving at me in the rearview mirror. What the hell going on here?
That's creepy. I haven't had anyone follow me home. I've had someone follow me a couple blocks.
Even the follow part, like, just don't do that. It's 2020. I'm ashamed.
There was this one person that I needed him to follow me, but he did not get the hint. You know what I'm talking about?
No. I think me and you have people that we can call. And this is not to brag or boast, y'all. Like,
I think everyone has people they can send a dick emoji to, and that's not what it is. It's not a dick emoji. It's not a dick emoji. It's definitely an eggplant. I'm sorry, everyone.
I got dick emojis out here.
Sorry.
They're real bold right now.
Sorry, I think everyone has that. Like, I feel like a lot of people have people that they can call.
But it's just, do you want
females?
Right, but it's like we're
interested.
picky. Like, I'm not gonna want it that bad to get it from anybody.
I just don't want it right now anyway.
Yeah, you chilling for the villain on the ceiling.
I just wanna lay low, do what I gotta do.
You better lay low. Yeah, Ashley's on another mission. She's trying to get a house in Detroit. She'll need no distractions.
I'm trying to reach a goal.
She's trying to reach these lower income.
Trying to have residual income, multiple streams of income.
But me, on the other hand, I'm just whatever happens. I'm a very free spirit. So Ashley says I'm all over the place all the time, and I really am.
You are.
I'm always here and there.
You've been more focused lately.
I have. And
you really have. I'm very proud of you.
I'm usually very scatterbrained. Not knowing what I want to do, I get very bored quick. So I need something to really get my mind going and keep me interested.
Is going to be with Melanie. They need to know how to keep her interested at all times. Because Melanie will wake up one day and look at you and be like, nigga, you boring. Get out. A picnic again?
Again?
This is the fourth time.
Did that yesterday.
The hell? I can buy my own sandwich.
My throat hurts. Yo, she's making me sound so bad. It's not like that, but
Flowers again? The other one's still there.
They didn't even died yet.
Yeah.
I'm just very spontaneous, and I want my partner to be the same way.
You get bored quick, like you said.
I do.
You lose interest easily.
I lose interest very easily if I feel like my brain isn't being stimulated.
I think the key is they just don't need to ever get comfortable. They need to just be on their
that's
toes
with anybody. Not ever get comfortable. Ever.
I mean, I want to get comfortable. I don't want to put on my pajamas.
I mean, to the point where you're like, well, I already got her, so that's it. No, like the way you got me, keep me.
My comfortable maybe is different than your comfortable, because when I'm talking about comfortable, I'm going to get comfortable eventually. Eventually, you're going to see me with no eyebrows. Like, that's going to happen.
No. So I always do a test. If we're like chatting, I will put my scarf on and my bonnet on purpose with a t-shirt and answer my phone and see how you react. Because if you can't see me at my worst, you don't see me at my
I don't do it on purpose, but if I have it on, I have it on.
That's my test. So now you know. If it's now because I said it out loud, I gotta do something else. But that was my test. Like you, first of all, it's 9 o'clock at night.
That's
It's
what
not
I'm saying.
bedtime.
So, sorry. But you have to get comfortable
It's not bedtime.
You have to get comfortable at some point.
Getting comfortable, I don't mean like get comfortable. I mean keep it spontaneous, keep it spicy, keep it going. Like keep me interested.
This was just for the rest of your life.
I need somebody that's...
Melanie, at like 90, his brain is going to be on there, okay?
I'm sure mine will be going too. However, I just know that whoever I dated so far, and the reason why it hasn't worked out, is because of certain things that we just couldn't come to an agreement with. Like, it's not that I'm bored. I didn't get bored my last one. It was just a whole lot going on.
Yeah, he was fucking annoying.
I feel like anyone that's out there that wants to meet somebody tonight and link up and go do your thing, have at it.
Maybe not. It's Corona. Put a mask on.
Hypothetically speaking, if it wasn't a pandemic and you meet somebody, it's okay. Like, I feel like you should not put so much pressure on yourself. Like, if it happens, it happens. We're human, we're not perfect.
That, and I don't think you should even allow people to pressure you.
Right. Whenever you're ready, you're ready. And that goes for the men too. Like, no pressure. Don't let a girl pressure you to do the thing you want to do.
Even like age-wise, like I'm turning 30 soon, and I've been feeling pressure because I don't have any children.
Right.
And I feel like my eggs are about to pass out and die.
Hydration, hard and cracked in this
to make it happen, and I just feel like now I've been trying to like let it go.
And I told you, I said, Ashley, even though you don't agree with my age, I had my son. I couldn't even have any kids. So when he came, I was like 34.
Yeah, but I just...
And I don't even want to be an old ass mom. I mean, who wants to be an old ass mom? I don't want to be an old ass mom either. However, it happened. But I wouldn't say rush it because kids change their life.
I'm not rushing it. Trust me. Yeah. I want a dog and not a kid. I'm not rushing it.
They're like kids. They're annoying
and
too.
I barely want a dog until I have a house, so I have to walk your ass in the snow.
Go in the backyard or something.
Just go pee in the backyard. Takeaway is, don't ever be ashamed of your number. And don't let anyone make you feel pressured about telling it if you don't want to tell it. But don't be ashamed.
Don't be ashamed of your number.
Shit.
It is what it is. It happened. You grew from it. No regrets on these streets. Positivity.
I can't snap with this hand.
You can't. It's okay. Right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in on this week's episode about What's Your Number. Tune in next week. Every Tuesday, a new episode will drop. Please follow Sisterly Saga and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sisterly Saga. Until next time, love you.
Bye.